Do you agree with David Sirota in the fact that what he says the Obama administration is doing, is it Nixonian when it comes to freedom of the press?
Far worse.
We're going to start with you, Daniel.
Sorry. I believe it's far worse. I think that with a lot of people, that particularly many minority groups that think Barack Obama is this Jesus Christ-like character, that the administration's going to fuck us, and some people are going to just take it smiling because they think this guy's actually working for their interests. I honestly believe that there's something wrong with liberalism, with the people who mistake liberalism for tyrannism. It's a big problem. I think it's far worse. It's far worse than the Bush administration. I mean, I'm the one that had to live with the administration for 8 years of my life. It's far worse than under the Nixon administration throughout the late 60s and the early 70s. Far worse.
All right, Brian, let's get your reaction to this.
Well, my reaction to the question is this Nixonian. I've heard this argument not just from David Sirota here. In fact, I hadn't heard his position on it before, but I've heard others making this this similarity, and I've got to say no. Now, I grew up with Nixon. I was growing up in the States when Watergate happened. I was an American citizen at the time Nixon was president. So I know what was going on there. And no, Nixon did not do this. In fact, his staffers, his aides, they wanted him to do stuff like this to help cover up what was going on and to get the people who leaked the information, Ehrlichman and Halderman and whatnot, and they wanted him to clamp down on them. And even Nixon went, no, I'm not going to go after them. They just did their job. I'm the president. I'm going to step down. So is this Nixonian? No, this is way beyond Nixonian.
Ree.
Well, unfortunately, what Brian says is true. Nixon would be too moderate to be a Republican in this day and age, and I know Obama's technically a Democrat, but I mean, not really. The problem isn't with liberalism. The problem is that Obama's giving liberalism a bad name because he's posing as a liberal while doing incredibly unliberal things. And I kind of feel bad for the people that, you know, want to believe in Obama and believed in him when they elected him, and they still want to believe in him, because if they admit how flawed he is, and if they admit the things that he's done and the violations that they are against human rights, then they're admitting that their guy wasn't what he was and wasn't what he wanted, what they wanted him to be, and that and they're afraid that that's going to translate into people thinking that liberalism is failing because Obama is the way he is.
Now remember, we remember how absolutely progressive Obama was when he ran for re-election, and when he ran an election in 2008, the most transparent administration ever. When he is behind even Bush in filling out, in responding to freedom of information requests, that is just unacceptable, and it just kind of pisses me off. Unacceptable.